Welcome to the Computer Literacy University. Why 5 Core Basics. Back in the days when you still had a dial-up internet service and cell phones were science fiction, you couldn't get into much trouble fumbling for answers. Anyone who actually had a computer had already invested the time to practically build one himself. Using a personal computer was a hobby, like stamp collecting or woodworking. It was very much like the early days of the automobile, when only inventors and rich people had one. When you grow up today, you're in a world where the computer is much more common than owning a car. Given the millions of computers on the internet, it makes sense to have our own version of a basic skills test. Although the DMV makes a driver's license mandatory for our own safety, it's probably enough to make digital literacy voluntary. Once our cars become fully sentient, that may be a different story. Instead of the dreaded multiple choice pass-fail long form, let's have an interactive live seminar hosted by humans. Consider it an introduction to an alien machine that crash landed into your life. By being broken down into 5 core sections, it becomes an easy kinetic reference to the fingers on your hand. 1. Know your machine. Become familiar with all the fancy, weird, and new ports on your computer. One laptop or desktop is pretty much like another when it is dissected. Surprise! A $300 machine has most of the same kind of parts as a $3,000 one. 2. Explore the operating system. There really is not much difference between how you use Windows versus a MacBook. Here's where you can learn the subtleties of how one race of machines talks to another. A phone can share with a laptop and with a desktop if you know how to coax them. 3. Online safety. When you talk to strangers and strange machines, you should always keep you and your laptop safe. On your machine, you want to recognize dangerous viruses and annoying malware before it infects you. For your personal safety, you want to also protect your privacy and credit cards from prying eyes. 4. Open source software. Imagine a world of free software for you to use and share legally. You can modify it and share it with your neighbor. 5. Speed up and or upgrade. Coming full circle to knowing what kind of machine you have, you can learn how to make it faster than before. Triage your electronics when something goes kablooey instead of just buying a new one and dumping the old. Tap your fingers when you've got it down.